Good afternoon, my beautiful, bountiful best friends, and welcome back to the guide. In today's episode, we're going to carve out an amethyst farm. But before this episode, that's right, before this episode, we've got some catching up to do. In between episodes, I slid down to the mine shaft. My thinking was pretty straightforward. I'm going to head down here and do a little bit of mining so I can do some crafting later on. I turned a corner, and then right in front of me was one of the most beautiful, smoothest blocks of all time. I got so excited, I couldn't believe what I found, so I went up and mended my tools. I guess there's no better way to celebrate a wonderful, exciting, beautiful find than with a perfect brand new pickaxe and an axe too. It's pretty nice. So this amethyst geode that I found, it's located right over here, and I did a little bit of investigative work. The coordinates of this geode I haven't broke into yet, but the coordinates of this geode is smack dab underneath. They're really close to the cookie farm, so it might kind of be beautiful. Now, what I really would like to see here is the inside of this geode. For the very first time ever, geode, please be a lot. Whoa. Oh, phew. I got the block. I gotta be careful. So matter of fact, I think our good dear friend Markiplier is maybe perhaps just a little bit too good for today's episode. We'll switch it over to an iron pickaxe. Amethyst geode, look at you. You are like the dream amethyst geode for a farm. You're a tall lad, a handsome lad, very big, round, voluminous. yes, all those good big words. This amethyst geode right here, and look at it. All of the shards, the crystals, they're fully grown. That means this thing is going to be fully loaded in anytime we're over at our base. And long story short, this is like the most beautiful purple-haired beauty that we could have ever dreamed of. And the perfect candidate for an amethyst farm. Amethyst farm, shemamethyst farm. We're going to go all over how to actually make an amethyst farm today. But first, a big question for you. Episode number 50 is like so close now. I think it'll end up dropping like next week, a little bit after, something like that. Should I do a tour? Or should I wait till like day? Not really all about. There is exactly where our amethyst farming op begins today. Step number 1 for setting up an amethyst farm is locate a geode. After you've located a geode, make sure that geode is a little bit bigger. The bigger the better here. You see how it works is when an amethyst geode generates, it could be big or small. No matter the size of the geode, 8.3% of blocks inside of that geode will be replaced with budding amethyst. If you think about it straightforward and do the math a little bit, that's going to mean the bigger the geode, the more budding amethyst you'll have inside of that geode. And look, I can't help it. I don't think I've ever gotten so lucky. Not to brag so much today, but not only do we have a gigantic amethyst geode, but no, even better. We're Titan champions here. We have a gigantic amethyst geode that is smack dab underneath our base, always loaded in. All I need to do is clear this out, fancy up the room a little bit, make it look good. And this could become our favorite build, wonderful farm of the whole world. I highly recommend this process that I'm about to first this. Another big thing, if my number is 7 blocks out from the center, the other faces make up for it. So, or circle one face of this bamboo spot right there that are still growing and put them on the wall. If you harvest the amethyst bud before it's fully finished, farms, and I think by far, hands down, you'll get 60 like high attention, and in my opinion, you harvest them from the side, kind of like that, so no accidents can ever happen with the block behind it. For your super simple, easy, ultimate, basic amethyst farm, that's actually just about it, though. That's all you would have to do is clear it out, then run around with a pickaxe and harvest the things. For the ones higher up, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but for these low ones, easy as that. And just like that, my friend. Friends, my wonderfully amazing, perfect friends, we've set up just about the best glass making machine in the entire world. This thing is going to be a dream come true. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I kind of can't believe it, but I think I'm actually gonna make my very first stripped signs of the world. They're so expensive. It's so painful, and yes, I was gonna say I better need those blocks. It's so expensive and so painful, but at the least, I guess at least we get like 6 of them. I want hanging sign right there, and I want hanging sign right there. That's so cool. Now, while we go ahead and finish up a little bit of detailing before we wrap up this episode, I would like to talk about today's comment of the day. In the last episode, when we were building a nether road, I heard one of the most terrifying sounds of all time. This comment right here breaks down the whole sound anxiety mechanically, literally perfectly. I gotta be honest, I did not fully realize there was a literal anxiety mechanic built into Minecraft, as if the real life mechanic wasn't enough. Still though, either way, the sound that I heard while recording that episode was unearthly. It was terrifying. Thought this was like a relaxing game like Stardew Valley. On a different note, I've been obsessed with that lately, but hey, anyways, you probably want me to wrap the episode up. Let's go ahead and see what I've done. All right, and so 1 mega time lapse later, and we're back at it with tons and tons of details here. I've been going kind of crazy when it comes to the interior of this space here. I was thinking the yellow, the bamboo, we could like mix it and blend it with the amethyst. That would look cool. I also added some windows on these sides that I'm not currently using. Keyword currently. It's actually kind of insane and kind of sad how expensive some of this bamboo stuff is. I guess it's kind of like copper though, where it's like you can get a lot of bamboo really, really easily. Now for the ceiling of the geode, I really like what I came up with. I think the best angle of the thing is probably over here. What I decided to do is go and cover up every single stone, granite, whatever block that I could see. This makes this almost feel like a gigantic geode to me. I decided to leave streaks of calcite up on the top because I feel like it's like, I don't know, makes it a little bit more natural feeling or something like that. I'm still not 100% sold on the calcite at the top though, so you let me know what you think. Should I pull it out or should I leave it? I feel like leaving it in there makes it like accented, but yeah, you let me know. The entrance and the exit. I came in here with the tinted amethyst glass and kind of made like a little window so you could see like if somebody was dropping down or if somebody was rocketing up. I think it looks pretty cool. I also made this arch a little bit taller to make it feel a little bit more cobblestone. I said it before, I will say it again. Today, working on this project, I have had so much fun. I love building things under the ground. I don't do it enough, like rooms, buildings, things like that under the ground. It's just like, it's cool, it's nice. Now, speaking of the ground, this dead center, I came up with it. I went up to the surface and was taking a look at light options that I have, and I do have glowstone, but how about shroom light? I literally never use this block either. Let's go ahead and make this build like a ton of blocks that I don't usually use. I'm an honest man. I'm an honest and I'm a consistent man. I hate this block that I'm touching right now. I hate it. But what did I just say? I'm going to make this build blocks that I don't usually use. I hate this block. Not only do I hate it because I can't reach, I can't place it high enough, but it's just disgusting looking. At the same time, though, this could be a whole lot more nice of a light source than like torches sitting in here. So, I partially regretfully was thinking, until they give me the option, the devs did this to me. The devs forced me to use this terrible looking block because they did not give me a calcite wall. We got a tough wall coming soon, but where's the calcite wall? Anyways, I have no option. I will go ahead and use wall right here and hang light off of wall, just like that, to make it nice and bright. Then the torches that are sitting around on the ground, I think I can probably get rid of them. I don't need to have them. Oh yeah, in the ground, I put a detail here. Check it. Yeah, there we go. With a bunch of lights hanging all around this thing. No more torches on the ground, and it's like literally perfect. I think we'll go ahead and put our final one over here, and then I need to... Oh, that's going to be a little awkward. Never mind. I guess I could do that. I'll skip it over here. Anyways, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the top of the geode over here. I have a couple torches sitting around because, of course, I'm going to have, like, dark ledges in there. But now that I have the shroom light in here, I might be able to just pull these torches out. As long as the light level isn't 0, I think we'll be safe. It's really creepers that I care about, after all. Looking at it now, the top might end up being a little dark, though. I think it probably wouldn't hurt if I hung, like, maybe 1, 2 lights up high. 3 is a better number. Now look, I don't know about you. I know these things have been in the game for a long time, but I still get confused to this day with like the growth stages, everything like that. What I was thinking is maybe we'll have a table over here with like an example of what a fully finished one looks like. To me, I don't know, like sometimes depending on the angle, like these partially finished ones, they just trip me up a little bit. Like it almost looks ready, right? I don't know. Hey, it's just me. I also brought a little bit of bricks down here because you know me, I'm obsessed with these pots. These pots are so beautiful looking. I was imagining maybe a couple pots sitting around inside of this room too, and well, that's just about it. Oh God, what have I done? Heading back up to the land to get the few final pieces of the puzzle today, I'd like to send a huge thank you to my patrons, Pixie. Bantam down. This is my 16. No, besides that, I'm not time though. This could be a whole lot more nice of a look to me. I also brought one optional thing for an amethyst farm is scaffolding. With a little bit of scaffolding, I can easily move around in this farm and harvest all the crystals. Another thing is, I suppose, obviously, your budding amethyst blocks aren't going to move, so you could totally figure out, like, a proper way to put all of your scaffolding and just leave it there inside of your farm, if you wanted to. With how perfectly compatible scaffolding is with his farms, it's almost like the stuff was literally added to the game for an amethyst farm. Absolutely, make some scaffolding and maybe even just store it inside of your amethyst farm, so anytime you're ready to harvest the stuff, you got the scaffolding here waiting for you. The other thing that I need to do to finish up the farm is a